Hey achievers, welcome to ACE Academy. So in today's video we'll be discussing the current affairs of February 8th and 9th. So without much delay, let's get into the first question. So the first question is, name the company that has recently introduced drone technology in coal mines by launching Vihangam, a web portal. So the options are Eastern Coalfields Limited, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Bharat Coking Coal Limited, Northern Coalfields Limited, Central Coalfields Limited. So the correct answer is option 2, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited. So now let's look at the explanation. So Mahanadi Coalfields Limited is a central public sector enterprises which is under the Ministry of Coals, has introduced a drone technology in coal mines by launching Vihangam. It is a web portal that includes a drone and a ground controlling system. MCL, which is Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, is wholly owned subsidiary of Coal India Limited. CIL accounts for more than 80% of domestic coal output. The Vihangam portal enables the authorized users to access real-time drone video from the mine via a dedicated 40 Mbps internet lease line located near the mines. The drone is flown by a control station and the system is controllable through the portal from any location. So now let's look at the next question. So the second question is, in which city the Union Minister of Home Affairs Amit Shah has recently laid the foundation stone of a nano urea plant worth rupees 450 crore. So the options are Anola, Uttar Pradesh, Kalol, Gujarat, Diorgar, Jharkhand, Paradeep, Odisha, Guwahati, Assam. So the correct answer is option 3. Diogar, Jharkhand. So now let's look at the explanation. So Home Minister Amit Shah has laid the foundation stone of rupees 450 crore nano urea plant and township of the Indian Farmers Fertilization Cooperative in Diogar, Jharkhand. This will be India's fifth nano urea plant. The plant will be constructed at a cost of 300 crore and the township at the cost of 150 crore. So total 450 crore. So IFFCO has been given 20 acres of land by the Jharkhand Industrial Area Development Authority for the complex in Jeshidia area of Diorgar districts. So now let's move on to the next question. So third question is, which country's Trade and Investment Commission recently signed an MOU with the Leather Sector Skill Council to collaborate on technical and vocational education and training program? So the options are Australia, Japan, Germany, France and Russia. So the correct answer is option 1, Australia. So now let's look at the explanation. So Australia Trade and Investment Commission, which is known as Austrade, an Australian government agency, signed an MOU with the Leather Sector Skill Council to work on technical and vocational education and training program and implement Australian training standards in leather sector in India. The LSSC, which is Leather Sector Skill Council, is a non-profit organization which is aimed to meet the demand for skilled workforce in India's leather sector. The Memorandum of Understanding will be implemented by Australia India Future Skills Initiative team of Austrade in India. So now let's move on to the next question. So the fourth question is, the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Government of India has signed an MOU with the Development Innovation Lab of Dash to enhance food security and double the farmers' income. So the options are Cornell University, University of Wisconsin, Madison, University of California, University of Chicago, University of Copenhagen. So the correct answer is option 4, University of Chicago. So now let's look at the explanation. So Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, which is under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, under the Government of India, has signed an MOU with Development Innovation Lab at the University of Chicago in New Delhi. The objective is to explore opportunities to use innovation to promote food security and address climate change and allow farmers to increase their incomes. So during the signing of the MOU, the DIL, Development Innovation Lab, was represented by the University of Chicago Trust in India. So now let's move on to the next question. So the fifth question is, name the Indian company that was included in the list of world's most admired companies of 2023 by Fortune magazine in February 2023. So the options are Infosys Limited, Wipro Limited, Tata Consultancy Services, HCL Technologies Limited, Tech Mahindra. So the correct answer is option 3, Tata Consultancy Services. So now let's look at the explanation. So TCS has been included in 25th edition of Fortune magazine's list of world's most admired companies for 2023. The list, which is regarded as a benchmark of corporate reputation, is based on a survey of global business executives, directors, and analysts. In the annual ranking of the corporate reputation, Apple topped the list for 16th consecutive year, followed by tie between Amazon and Microsoft for the second spot. So now let's move on to the next question. So the sixth question is, which of the following points are correct with respect to the winners of Golden Book Award 2023, Asia's most prestigious book award announced in February 2023? So the first point is, Ruskin Bond received the Golden Book Award for his book How to Live Your Life. J.K. Rowling received the award for his book Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore. Namita Thapar received the award for her book The Dolphin and the Shark: Stories on Entrepreneurship. So the options are only A, only A and B, only B and C, only A and C, all A, B and C. So the correct answer is option 5, all A, B and C. So now let's look at the explanation. So Wings publication announced the list of winners of Asia's most prestigious book award, which is Golden Book Awards 2023, a highly acclaimed recognition program honoring exceptional authors. The winners were chosen based on factors such as originality, creativity, and impact on the literary world. So 2023 winners were selected from a pool of highly qualified nominees by a panel of independent judges. So the juries are Dr. Kailash Pinjain, Dr. Deepak Parbat, Murli Sundaram. So they are the juries. So now let's move on to the next question. So the seventh question is, according to the Global Leader Approval Survey released by Morning Consult in February 2023, who has become the most popular leader in the world for second consecutive year with a 78% approval rating. So the options are Joe Biden, Narendra Modi, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, Rishi Sunak, Emmanuel Macron. So the correct answer is option 2, Narendra Modi. So now let's look at the explanation. So according to the Global Leader Approval Survey by US based consultancy firm Morning Consult, so Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi has become the most popular leader in the world for second consecutive year with a 78% approval rating. He is rated highest among 22 countries studied, followed by Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, so who is the president of Mexico with a approval of 68%. So PM Narendra Modi received an approval rating way ahead of US President Joe Biden, who received a 40% rating. So now let's move on to the next question. So the eighth question is, Douglas Fiangin has recently resigned as a non-executive and non-independent director of which company? So the options are Razorpay, Google Pay, Freecharge, PhonePe, Paytm. So the correct answer is option 2, Google Pay. So now let's look at the explanation. So 197 Communication has announced that Douglas Fagan, who is a non-executive, non-independent director of the company, has submitted his resignation with immediate effect from February 2nd, 2023. Fagan, the senior vice president of Ant Group, joined the board of 197 Communications in July 2021 with loans disbursed in December 2022 totaling 9,958 crore. Paytm reported a 357% raise in its loan distribution business. So now let's move on to the next question. So the ninth question is, who has recently appointed as the brand ambassador of Nutella India by Ferrero Chocolate Company? So the options are Akshay Kumar, Ranbir Kapoor, Arjun Kapoor, Ranveer Singh, Vicky Kaushal. So the correct answer is option 4, Ranveer Singh. So now let's look at the explanation. So chocolate company Ferrero has signed Bollywood actor Ranveer Singh as the brand ambassador of Hazelnut Cocoa Spread brand Nutella India. Ranveer Singh will actively participate in different initiatives and promote Nutella brand both through online and offline marketing channels. The brand that have been endorsed by Ranveer Singh's are Make My Trip, Thumbs Up, Bingo, Maruti Suzuki, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Adidas Original, and Nivea, among others. So now let's move on to the next question. So the 10th question is, in February 2023, the Ministry of Communication has approved the conversion of rupees 16,133 crore in accrued interest on deferred adjusted gross revenues dues of debt-ridden Vodafone India into equity. So the government of India to become the largest shareholder of Vodafone Idea with dash stake. So the options are 49%, 39%, 33%, 27%, 51%. So the correct answer is option 3, 33%. So now let's look at the explanation. The Ministry of Communication has approved the conversion of, which is approximately to 16,133 crore in accrued interest on deferred adjusted gross revenue dues of debt-ridden Vodafone into equity. The company has been directed to issue equity shares with face value of 10 rupees each at an issue price of rupees 10. The conversion will make Government of India the single largest shareholder in Vodafone India with a projected stake of around 33%. So now let's move on to the next question. In February 2023, the Indian Space Research Organization announced that the NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar will be launched from Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh in the first quarter of 2026, 2024, 2028, 2025, 2027. So the correct answer is option 2, 2024. So now let's look at the explanation. So ISRO has said that the NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar will be launched from Indian soil in the first quarter of 2024, and science operations will commence 90 days after it reaches the intended orbit. The NISAR is a low Earth orbit observatory being developed jointly by NASA and ISRO. The NISAR observatory will be launched on the expendable geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle, that is GSLV, contributed by ISRO from Satish Dhawan Space Center, which is in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh, India's spaceport on the southeast coast of Indian Peninsula. So NISAR, the joint NASA and ISRO Earth Observatory mission, will map the entire globe in 12 days, provide reliable spatial and temporal data for analyzing changes in Earth system. So now let's move on to the next question. So the 12th question is, in February 2023, the Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Anurag Singh, and the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, launched the mascot theme song and jersey for the Dash edition of Khelo India Winter Games to be held in Gulmarg, Jammu and Kashmir. So the options are 3rd, 1st, 4th, 6th and 2nd. So the correct answer is option 3, 4th. So now let's look at the explanation. So the mascot, theme song and jersey for 3rd edition of Khelo India Winter Games were launched by Anurag Singh Thakur, the Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, with Manoj Sinha, the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, at Raj Bhavan in Jammu and Kashmir. The 3rd edition of Khelo India Winter Games. I think I mentioned the option wrong. So the correct answer is option 1, 3rd. So now let's look at the explanation. The mascot theme song and jersey for 3rd edition of Khelo India Winter Games were launched by Anurag Singh Thakur along with the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha. The 3rd edition of the Khelo India Winter Games, which is a 5-day event, is scheduled to be held from 10th to 14th February 2023 in Gulmarg, Jammu and Kashmir. So the mascot, that is the snow leopard, depicts the vibrant heritage of Himalayas. The Jammu and Kashmir Sports Council and the Winter Games Association of Jammu and Kashmir are in charge of organizing the Khelo India Winter Games, which is funded by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. The games will be featuring 9 sports events, will feature about 1,500 competitors from across India. So now let's move on to the next question. So the 13th question is, Vani Jairam, veteran singer and Padma Bhushan awardee, passed away in February 2023. In which year she was honored with the Padma Bhushan award in the field of art? So the options are 2022, 2019, 2021, 2023 and 2020. So the correct answer is option 4, 2023. So now let's look at the explanation. So Vani Jairam, the famed and veteran singer who was recently honored with India's third highest civilian award, the Padma Bhushan, in the field of art, passed away in Chennai, Tamil Nadu at the age of 78. She was born in Vellore district of Tamil Nadu and her parents originally named her Kalaivani. In July 2017, she was honored with the Best Female Singer at the North American Film Festival Awards in 2017 event at New York City, United States. So, National Film Awards, Vani was awarded the Best Female Playback Singer award in 1975 for her song in Tamil film Abhurva Ragangal, and she got the Best Female Playback Singer Telugu award in 1980 for her song in Telugu Sankara Barman. So she received her third national award in 1991 for the song in Anathiniyar Hara from the Telugu film Swati Kirnam. So now let's move on to the next question. So the 14th question is, when was the third International Day of Human Fraternity 2023 observed across the globe by United Nations? So the options are 3rd February 2023, 5th February 2023, 4th February 2023, 1st February 2023, 2nd February 2023. So the correct answer is option 3, 4th February 2023. So now let's look at the explanation. So United Nations International Day of Human Fraternity is annually observed across the globe on February 4th to honor the principles of compassion, religious understanding and mutual respect that keeps humans united. So 4th February 2023 marked the observance of 3rd International Day of Human Fraternity. So the International Day of Human Fraternity falls in the middle of International Interfaith Harmony Week, which is observed annually during the first week of February. So, the first ever International Day of Human Fraternity was observed on 4th February 2021. So, now let's move on to the next question. So, the 15th question is, when was World Cancer Day 2023 observed across the globe? So, the options are 4th February 2023, 1st February 2023, 5th February 2023, 3rd February 2023, 2nd February 2023. So the correct answer is option 4, 3rd February 2023. So now let's look at the explanation. So World Cancer Day 2023 was observed across the globe on 4th February 2023 to raise awareness towards cancer and to encourage its identification, prevention and treatment. The campaign theme of World Cancer 2022 to 2024 is Close the Care Gap. So the campaign theme of World Cancer Day 2023 is Close the Care Gap, uniting our voices and taking action. The 2023 campaign invites like-minded individuals to join and strengthen the alliance and new innovation collaboration in the field of cancer. So World Cancer Day is an initiative of the Union of International Cancer Control, the largest and the oldest international cancer organization. So now let's move on to the next question. So the 16th question is, name the state or union territory that has recently launched the Heli Tourism Service, the first premium helicopter service under the Public-Private Partnership Model, which is also known as PPP model. So the options are Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Gujarat and Goa. So the correct answer is option 5, Goa. So now let's get the explanation. So Dr. Pramod Sawant, who is the Chief Minister of Goa, has launched the Heli Tourism Service the first premium helicopter service under the PPP model from Dauji Ela helipad in Panaji, Goa. So the PPP model, the service are provided by Goa Tourism Development Corporation in association with Soaring Aerospace Private Limited. The helipad at Dauji Ela, Old Goa, has been constructed under the Swadesh Darshan scheme of the Ministry of Tourism. So the Aili Tourism Service offers 10 minutes joy rides to the tourist for rupees 8,000 per person. The charter flights, airport transfer rides and customized heli tours for tourists wanting to travel to nearby places such as Hampi, Kolhapur, Shirdi. So now let's move on to the next question. So the 17th question is, which state government has recently approved the Industrial and Business Development Policy 2022 and Electric Vehicle Policy 2022? So the options are Haryana, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh. So the correct answer is option 2, Punjab. So now let's look at the explanation. The new Industrial and Business Development Policy and Punjab Electric Vehicle Policy 2022 have been approved by Punjab Cabinet, which is presided over by Chief Minister Bhagwat Mann. So the Cabinet approved both the policies ahead of Investor Summit scheduled for February 23 to 24, 2023 in Mohali, Punjab. So the PEVP, which stands for Punjab Electric Vehicle Policy, is designed to reduce environmental pollution in the state brought on by automobile emission. So IBDP 2022 policy provides a host of incentives for a range of sectors including infrastructure, power, micro, small and medium enterprises. So IDBP 2022 shall be effective from 17th October 2022, the time when the previous policies period ended. The new policy will be in effect for a duration of 5 years. So Punjab Cabinet also approved that initially 18 such cities would be created in 7 districts, one of which will be inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Punjab, Bhagwat Mann, on February 5th, 2023. So that's it. We are done for today. So yes. So that's it. We are done with today's question. So I'll meet you in my next video. Till then, eat well, sleep well, study well. Bye bye.